Watching Good Things Utah with Nisha DeGaring, Saray Chin, Reagan Ledbetter, Allie Monson, Dina Marie Manzanares, and Brian Carlson.
Good Things Utah, where the good things are.
Glad you're tuned in to our Halloween show here on Good Things Utah. October, as you know, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and although the month is almost over, it's such an important reminder to get those mammograms. Dr. Jennifer Swenson is the medical director at Optumcare Utah. She's joining us now. You didn't know we'd all be in costume.
I know.
This is a serious topic, even though we're having a little bit of fun on the show today. How are we doing as a state in getting mammograms?
Well, Nisha, thanks for having me here today. It's a pleasure. You know, Utah is not doing well for mammogram screening, I'll tell you. We are behind the mark on the national screening, about 8% below the national average. You look at the American Cancer Society, it ranks us at the bottom. We are 46 out of the 52 states for women getting breast cancer screening. So we have some work to do.
And a lot of articles out lately saying it's even worse because of the pandemic, that people putting it off, saying, I'll just wait, I won't go in this year.
Yeah.
That's not what you want people to do.
No, absolutely. Thanks for bringing that up. You know, cancer does not wait for COVID, whether it's breast cancer or any other cancer. So get your screenings. It is safe. There's obviously fears out there about, you know, contracting a virus during this time. But this is not the time to wait. We do fear that women will be diagnosed in later stages if they're not getting the proper screenings now.
Breast cancer, the most common cancer in American women, except for skin cancer.
Absolutely.
And if caught early, it's curable?
Absolutely. So really the best way to detect breast cancer early is through a mammogram. Most women don't even have symptoms, and they are getting detected through a mammogram screening.
At what age should you start screening?
So that is a great question, and one that is challenging. There's a lot of different opinions on screening for, you know, breast cancer. At this point, the U.S. Preventive Task Force Service, so one of the major screening guidelines, recommends starting at 50 years of age. So women between 50 to 74 years of age should get a mammogram every 2 years. Women between 40 to 49 can consider getting screening done earlier if they choose. And this is a conversation that women should have with their doctors.
So that shifted. It was every year at one point. So is it what makes you feel comfortable after chatting with your doctor?
Yeah, and so I mentioned the U.S. Preventive Task Force Service, but there are other guidelines as well. The American Cancer Society, Radiology Society, they do recommend starting those screenings earlier at 40. So it is confusing for patients. Talk to your doctor. They will walk through you what is the best decision for you.
What are the symptoms of breast cancer? What should we watch for?
Yeah, great question. As I mentioned, a lot of times there aren't symptoms, and that's why mammograms are the best to find cancer so early when it's treatable and can actually be curable. If women do have symptoms, things they want to look out for are a lump in the breast or under their arm, any pain or swelling any area of the breast. They may have a discharge, a bloody discharge coming from the nipple, or any changes in the shape or contour of the breast at all.
And you should talk to your doctor right away if you see
Absolutely.
any of those symptoms.
Any
right
of those
there.
symptoms, call right away. It doesn't mean you have cancer, but they will help you to determine the cause.
What are people worried about? Why aren't we getting screened? What do our viewers need to know about the screening process?
You know, that's a great question. One, what I hear a lot of women say is, hey, I don't have a family history, so I'm not at risk. Hey, if you're female and you have breasts, you are at risk. Get your mammogram. That is the #1 risk. Women are afraid of, you know, maybe getting diagnosed with cancer. Maybe they're afraid of not understanding what this test is. There's concerns about time. Do I have time for this? It's a quick test. It only takes 20 minutes. It's actually seconds to do the test on each breast.
How do you get your results?
So you can get the results either through mail or, you know, if people have an online patient portal, they'll be able to get the results that way. So it's a good question to ask when you go in for the testing.
And it's usually in just a couple days. I know
It is.
I've had
It's
mine
so quick.
texted to me before.
And it is so safe right now. I just had my own mammogram 3 weeks ago. Totally safe. Women, it is safe to get your mammogram. Mammograms do save lives, and early detection is absolutely the key.
Well, that is a good example for all of us. Mine is coming up in 2 weeks. October reminds me every single year. Hopefully it's a great reminder for all of our viewers watching. If you would like more information, let's put some of that on your screen. Call that number. You can also go to Optumcare Utah in Sandy, and if people want more information, they should call, though?
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. And the Optumcare Utah serves the Medicare population at that new primary clinic with Dr. Richardson right there in Sandy.
Doctor, thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining